Hello everyone and welcome to the daily technical video day. Today is Monday, January the 2nd around 9:55 p.m. and welcome everyone to a happy new year. I hope this year we're gonna have an extremely good year when it comes to trading. Now let's start with the S&P and trying to go and get an idea what this market can be doing. Okay, S&P. Same situation, the S&P was closed today. Everything's going to get back to normal tomorrow, and what we are expecting on the S&P is a down day tomorrow. This down day in the S&P after 5 waves here and 3 bags should make us follow some type, or at least in the metal pairs or the commodity pairs should get some US dollar weakness. Now, this is a nice head out to the downside minimum to make a move in the S&P to around, like I said yesterday, to around 1242, 1244 area. Now, that's because of that's the S&P. Now, if we're gonna take a look at pairs like a Aussie dollar, what do we have? We have a pair that it looks like it's ending a 5-way move from here, making the case that 5 ways from there we're gonna be able to see some type of US dollar strength. If we take a look at the RSI is showing a divergence in this low with a target of 130.03, I believe. 103.30 should be the target at 618 or 123. So we got divergence and consequently a 5-way swing from here. We are ending a cycle that started here when we have technically from here we have A, B, C, W, S, and we have A. We should get some US dollar strength and more outside in this pair. Now, this is what it matters to us right now, that we're gonna get some US dollar strength right here. If we take a look to the New Zealand dollar, we got the same scenario. We have a pair that from this low also makes the case for 5 ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you take a look at the RSI, same scenario, divergence, targeting 78.36. That makes the case for US dollar weakness. Now, let's go to the CAD. What do we see in the CAD? If you noticed yesterday, we dropped the stop a little bit, and the idea that we did it against, not that we drop it, we put it to the risk, which is right here. We have put it to here during the weekend. We don't like it and we put it back. It's because we were expecting something like this. Maybe this pair did a B-way triangle, and then because it did a B-way triangle, most likely, look, the pair now is bouncing from the equal legs of the triangle, and still what we are expecting, some type of US dollar strength. That's what I say. That's what I say. The metal pairs lose to have at least one leg or strength against the dollar. Now, when it comes to the non-metal pairs, we're going to start with cable. What do we see in cable? What we see from the lows in cables is a 3-way move. But this decline is in 7 ways and loose corrected. Now, there is a chance that this decline becomes an irregular and we can get more downside, but also there is a chance that this is a type or it's gonna make a 5-way swing to the upside or it's nesting. Like I say, it's a very tough market because the market is ending a cycle. Now, that's for cable. If we're gonna look around, what we're gonna see. Look, the Singapore dollar, bearish already on the dollar, is favoring the Singapore dollar, like we say, and we have saying This is the only pair that do not make a new high or low against December 15, making the case that it's possible that this pair is already top and it's gonna start a downtrend that's gonna take this pair to around 125, 124 area. Look, it's breaking lower here. Another pair that is kind of questionable, the dollar strength, is the Norwegian krone. Look, this is the similar to the 130 high that we have on the euro on Friday, the 130 area, and look, it's almost ready to take it to the downside. Now, I don't see it as a 5-way. I see it more like 1, 2, and then this one, 1, 2. Both correlation to the 618. That's a very bearish preposition because this is going to make 5 swings. So the only thing it needs to make this if it's going to become bullish. And then the only bullish scenario there is this, that is going to go to around 591, 588 before going higher. Now, the euro dollar, what do we see on the euro dollar? We are presenting 2 scenarios. So far is within the trend line and still presenting this scenario. This scenario is calling for the euro dollar, to make a double zigzag as a ABCWS, ABC. Then you gotta trace a channel here, and then you gotta put that channel on top of this. A break about that channel together with the channel that comes from the highs at 142 right there, that's a bullish event, and that's gonna make the case that the euro dollar become bullish for at least a little while. Now, the recovery, like I say, is 3 ways to here, 3 ways back, or a nest. If it's the nest, then it's like this, and then the euro have a low already, and it's gonna break higher, 1, 2, 1, 2, and the euro is gonna start an uptrend that is gonna last a little bit. So, I mean, those are the 2 scenarios. Another scenario is that this is instead of Y, this is a W, and then this was a 3-way, and now we are correcting the whole move. But that's gonna get above the downtrend channel, and that's gonna be very questionable to me right there. Now, let's move on to the US dollar chart, and before, let me show you the euro in the 4-hour. The euro in the 4-hour, I want you guys to see where we are right now. We are right there. Look at the trend line. We are very close to the trend line. Now, it's too early to say which structure we're gonna get. I mean, right here, this can become a triangle. This can become many things at this stage. Remember, all you got is 3 ways to the outside, 3 ways here, respecting the low, or 129, so that means it can be a nest, it can be a triangle, it can be anything. No guarantee yet of what this is. This trend line is huge. It's a trend line that comes from October, so a break above, I would say, is a bullish event. Now, let's take a look to the US dollar index. Okay, here we are. This is the US dollar index, where we are at the trend line. The US dollar index has made 3 ways here, 3 backs, but like I say, it counts better as a bearish nest. This top can be already in place, and we can start a downtrend to the downside very soon. That is going to take the index to minimum. I would say minimum in case that what we're ending is a minimum 77.80 area. And then if it goes standard, the index can trade as low as 74 or 75 before another rounds or attack in the dollar. We have been covering that all over the places. Now, the 1 hour, this is what I mean with the 1 hour. If you take a look, you have, like we've been saying, you have 3 ways from here. Only the case that this is not double, I mean that this is a W or less degree, and then we're gonna get 3 backs, and then the index is gonna do ABC, W, S, ABC, Y, and higher. That's the only bullish case right there. This is corrective. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. But knowing how this works with the FIBO levels, I want you to look at this. 50% retracement there, 618% retracement there. Of the whole move, not even the 50%. So that's what I say on the run. That FIBO wise, it trade better as a nest to the downside than as it trade better as a nest than as a double zigzag when we're trading lower now in the Y way. We need to wait and see the double zigzag so you guys understand how it is. It's gonna do this and then trade higher. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 swings. So far you got 3 swings, but this recovery is corrective as a double zigzag, meaning that most likely you're gonna break the low. In other words, 130 in the euro. It's gonna get back on the when it touch the trend line. It's gonna retest the trend line, and if it's gonna stay bullish, it's gonna trade back in 3. It's gonna trade back. Otherwise, top is in place. Now, let's take a look at oil. Oil looks like it did 1, and then did 5, 3 backs, and another let down. That's why we still like. That's why we still like the idea of another round in the metals. That's why Aussie should trade lower tomorrow, the same with New Zealand, and CAT should trade higher tomorrow sometime. So with that in mind, guys, this is what we see. We see a market that when New Zealand, Aussie are ending a 5-way swing and should trade in favor of the dollar tomorrow. CAT most likely ended a 3-way move and should trade in favor of the dollar tomorrow. But the rest of the market is a toss. The euro can be nesting, the dollar can be nesting, cable can be nesting. So at this stage, I mean, we don't. The only trades we like is fading the 5 in Aussie and New Zealand, and buying like we are the long CAT against 101.21. Otherwise, we don't want to bet against the US dollar. All right, let's leave it there. Get back to you guys tomorrow.